Okay, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X HD Remastered. Today we're going to be doing Dark Yojimbo. This is episode 52. We just finished up with Dark Anima, and this is the last of the Dark Aeon series. After this we will be facing Penance and calling it a series here. Let's go ahead and head back to the back of the cave where we're going to be facing Yojimbo. So let's talk about Yojimbo here. So Yojimbo is the last Aeon we have to face here. We have to face him a total of 5 times, and he's a pretty tough Aeon to beat. His attack is pretty high, and his defense is pretty high, and his speed is really high. That's what's the killer, the speed. He tends to get turns over you a lot more, and his attacks are pretty devastating. The first one is Daigoro. Daigoro is where the dog comes and hits you. And it's basically damage plus petrification, and it can shatter your character if they don't have stone proof. So keep that in mind. All of our characters have ribbons, so we should be okay there. Then Kozuka, that's another one where he uses his daggers. That's a damage plus full break, which can be a real problem if you're trying to survive his Wakizashi, which is basically a sword attack to all of your party members, and it can wipe you out because he can use them back to back and it'll really hurt. Then there's Zanmato. Now this is his overdrive. If he hits you with this, it's over. No matter if you have auto life or not, the battle is over. And because you face him 5 times in this cave, there's a high chance that he will use this on you. But if he does get an overdrive full, and he uses his Zanmato, just use an Aeon to block it. Summon you, switch out to Yuna and summon any Aeon and block this attack. So let's get into this battle and see what we did. Now, to trigger the scene, you actually have to go to this part of the cave here and have this summoner come up to you. And then you'll notice Titus stopping for a second here. Daigoro, okay, so let's try. So let's try this again. Hyper Mighty Guard. And then try to hit him, but I don't think we'll be able to. Let's go ahead and try something different. Not bad, okay. There we go. Let's try another Ultima. So trying a double cast strategy here. Only because we can't hit him with our physical attack, so I'm trying to use some magic to really do some damage on him as we go along. Yeah, it's gonna drain our MP pretty hard, but at least we'll be able to get him down low enough and use Waka's overdrives as quick as possible. You're probably wondering why Waka's attack is lower, or it's doing lower damage now. It's because he's fully he's been casted on by Yojimbo. I think he's got full break on him. So that's the issue here. But let's try and do this again. There we go. That's a good amount of damage. Now, if we really wanted to get the full break off, we just have to dispel it off of Waka. We could go ahead and do that actually right now. Let's do it. Let's dispel it. Actually, I'm gonna use his turn wisely. Only because Waka is probably gonna get wiped out anyway, so when he comes back, the full break should go away. So it didn't really matter. There we go. Let's try this again. Decent damage. It's not great, but it's not bad either. Okay, so let's use Entrust onto Waka. And now let's dispel it, because now he can use his overdrive. And we want him to do as much damage as he can. Alright, Waka, perfect attack rail. Let him have it. There we go. Kozukua. There we go. So this is what I was talking about. He's gonna come back anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's put auto life on him just in case there's a Wakazashi again. I'm gonna continue and keep casting Ultima on him. There we go. So now, should I heal? Nah, I think I'm gonna keep casting. A good defense is a good offense, right? And that's one. Again, she's fully broken too, so. I thought for sure he'd be like halfway done, but I guess not yet. Daigoro. Okay, Waka finally has a overdrive. So let's go ahead and cast auto life on him. Do I have any X potions, I wonder? No, I don't. Okay. Kozuka. Well, that hurt. Auto life on Riku. Okay, let's try this again. He actually requires just like 2 to 3 attack rails. If you can get them off perfectly, then yeah, it should take 3 to 4 attack rails. There we go. Okay, he's almost done. Let's go ahead and trust Waka. There we go. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, I thought we entrusted him. Okay, well. Let's guard. Okay, let's try this again. Entrust. Try to attack him? I guess not. Okay, well. Let's try this attack reel. Okay, here it comes. Ooh, I think we're one away. One attack reel, that is. Okay. Almost, almost. Let's try another Ultima. Nice. Got him. So that's first Yojimbo down. Bit of a struggle, but we got it. Solid. Okay. Let's see what we got. I think it's a Aeon weapon. Yes, it is. Go ahead and save. Okay, let's follow him to the next spot. We healed ourselves already, so we should be seeing him here. There he is. Okay, so let's get into round 2 here with Yojimbo. So he's starting off with the Kozuka, which basically has the full break ability on Waka now. We'll go ahead and start off with our usual strategy of casting Hyper Mighty Guard here. So there we go. And we have 2 overdrives. So we're going to go ahead and heal Waka, bring him back up to some reasonable health here, and then uses attack reels. So again, the number here is we need 4 attack reels, full powered, to beat Yojimbo at a time. Okay, so we got a perfect overdrive there. So let's try and so he used Diagoro again. Let's try curing Waka again. Kiraga. But because we use the Hyper Mighty Guard, the shell is interfering here. So there it is again. It's not giving us enough of a healing healing number as like. So let's continue spamming this guy with Ultima here. There it is. It's doing decent damage, so we just want to continue that. The thing is, after this battle, we're going to stop doing that because it's just his overdrive gauge will just go up, but we won't be doing enough damage for us to actually kill him. So we'll just be relying on Waka's overdrive as much as possible. So let's go ahead and trust Titus's overdrive here to Waka and try to get attack rails off. So Riku's now fully broken, so we have to be careful here. Because if he uses a strong attack, it'll do full damage on her. Because we no longer, the buffs will no longer affect her. Alright. So that was our second attack rail here. So we need 2 more. So let's go ahead and dispel both those armor full breaks on Waka and on Riku. Only so if he uses Wagashi, we will survive. Alright. So let's try and entrust Waka with both these overdrives. There we go. So that's one. And then Titus has to give over his. And then we should be able to get another attack reel in. There it is. That's our third overdrive there. We need one more and we should be able to defeat him. Easier said than done, because right now we have no more overdrive gauges. Just gonna heal and wait for him to attack us. There we go. Just gonna check, see if anybody has interest, but no. Okay. Let's check Kamari. Nope. Alright. Maybe you. Let's take a look. Nope. Just summon. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just have to stick with it. Stick with it. Let's continue spamming him with Ultima, since he is almost dead, and his overdrive gauge is quite far. Another Ultima. I have a feeling he's gonna go down soon. Oh, Titus also has a full break on him. Okay, so we're gonna have to dispel that soon. Running through our MP pretty quickly because of these Ultima spams. I think I'll pass on dispelling for now. Actually, I'll do it. There it is. Let's dispel Titus. No? We'll use Protect instead, just in case he uses an attack on Waka here. Continue with the ultimate. Okay, so we finally have overdrive gauge for Waka now. Let's go ahead and use this attack reel. This should do it. We should be able to take him out with this last attack reel. Boom. And he's down for the count. We got him. Alright, let's chase after him. But let's go ahead and just look at what we got. Alright. Okay, so let's head towards the next location. So this next location actually is a hidden portion. I'm just gonna heal while we talk. So this next portion is actually a hidden location, so you have to be careful. You can pass it over, and if you do pass it over, you have to start all over and fight him again from the beginning 5 times. So let's go ahead. He's actually in this section, so avoid going down that way. He's actually in this section here, where he's just hiding on the side. There he is. So you just want to make sure you get this portion before you get all the other ones, because the other ones are pretty easy. You just go to a path to the exit, but this one is a missable one. So let's start off with our Hyper Mighty Guard. Alright. We got auto life already, so we don't have to cast that anymore. Let's continue with our Ultima spam, like we were doing earlier. Okay, so there's the first Ultima. Alright. Let's continue. Alright. We're getting a good bit of damage here, but we really need that overdrive gauge to come in through. Okay, so we have enough for our overdrive gauge now, so let's go ahead and entrust to Waka really quickly. There we go. And now let's have Titus Kyoriku, and now let's use the attack rails. So the attack rails are... There we go. I believe this is our second one. If he's hunched over, then it's our second one. It is not. It is our first. That's okay. Bazooka. Okay. So who's gonna get full broken? It is Waka. But we have enough for another overdrive, I believe. Trust. Let's see. Oh, come on. Just a little bit more. Alright, that's fine. Let's continue. This is going to be a tough battle, isn't it? That's okay. Dispel all of these status effects. And now let's bring in Yuna to absorb the Zanmato. I guess I'll use Ifrit, since Ifrit is linked with Waka, and Waka's pretty OP right now, so he should do a decent amount of damage here. Let's take a look. And there it is. Zanmato. So this is an instant win for him. If even if we have auto life, he basically will wipe us out and it'll be game over. But because we use the Aeon, we should be okay. Let's take a look. I'm probably going to fast forward here to the end of the battle, because we've already seen how to beat him, and I'm going to finish off the battle really quickly by auto-lifing Yuna and then moving forward. Bring Waka back. Hopefully he gets attacked and we get an attack reel off. Let's use guard. just in case he attacks Yuna, and we can absorb it perhaps. Let's take a look. Oh, never mind. And that's how he shatters you. Okay, this is gonna be a tough battle. Alright, so I think we got him pretty much. Let's get him with this last attack reel and get him out. Okay. Here it comes. And that's it for Yojimbo. So this is the third Yojimbo down. We have 2 more rounds of Yojimbo left. So I'm probably going to be skipping through them really quickly because we've already done this 3 times. Let's just heal up before we continue. Bring our trusty Riku back and head to the next battle site. Here we go. Alright. So there he is. Skip forward a little bit here. And he's already got Zanmato ready for us. And we're hitting him with our second attack rail here. So this is going to be a very close battle. Let's see. But we do have a gauge with Titus here. So hopefully we get entrusted to Waka. Got to bring Yuna in first to absorb the attack here. I think I'm going to use Shiva. I haven't seen her in a while. Let's go ahead. Alright. So there she is. There's Shiva. Alright. So we'll use Diamond Dust. It should do a decent amount of damage. Not as much as we'd like, but it does a decent amount of damage. And now we should be able to absorb Zanmato here. Hell of an attack, I'll say that much. Instant KO, instant victory for whoever uses it. Alright, so he's finally down. Let's continue on to the last part of the Yojimbo trials. There we go. So let's go to the last area. So the last area is basically the entrance area where we warped back to the back room there. And he should actually show up right behind us. And there he is. And I think because it's been a long battle and I want to stop myself from using Yojimbo against Penance, I'm actually going to use him here at the last battle. I'm going to use Yojimbo's Zanmato against himself, just as a poetic justice finish for him, I guess, because he's already hit us with so many. And also to avoid using Yojimbo against Penance. Like, I just won't be able to because I won't have the gil. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here. Get rid of all our money. Really don't need it anymore. Whatever we have is what we have, and we're gonna go into Penance like that. Because I do have a tendency of using Yojimbo against Penance because I do get frustrated with him very quickly. But to avoid that, I'm going to use all of our gil here and get rid of the last Yojimbo. So there it is. If we were unsuccessful, he would have shook his hands and put his hands on his hip. But here he puts his hands on his hip and he says, "Yeah, got it." And then here we see the, I guess, resurrection of Penance, the master of all the dark Aeons. At least that's what the lore says. He is the master of all the dark Aeons. He's the one who sent them after us. So let's go ahead and fight him. That'll be our last episode of the series. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. Let's just say that. It takes a while to beat this guy. You have to stat max and really beat him. So I'll be stat maxing off the camera after this, and we'll be facing him for the final episode of the series. But that's it for the Dark Aeons, and we'll be waiting for Penance next. And there he is. Huge monster he is. We'll be facing him on the deck of the Celsius. So let's actually go head up there. So actually I'm going to call it an episode though. Thank you for tuning in to episode 52 of our Final Fantasy HD Remastered series. And we'll be seeing you again for our finale and our final episode with Penance. See you then. Take care. Bye bye.